Hi all, welcome to TCM Education. My name is Michael. I'm the analyst and content creator here on the channel. I'm coming back after a short vacation, coming back actually at the right time with an amazing array of trading opportunities heading our way yesterday, August 13. And let's dive right into it. As always, I'm going straight to our power list. And how do I reach this power list? I talked about it plenty of times, but let's repeat just in case. So I'm using the moomoo platform. It's an unbelievable platform for day traders, for investors, for swing traders. Obviously, I'm a day trader and teaching these day trading strategies, and this platform has amazing abilities. One of those is to search exactly what I'm looking for. So as a day trader, I'm looking for stocks that move a lot intraday. They either have a gap up or a gap down for obviously a fundamental reason, and I'm interested also in stocks that have huge volume. And this is it. So basically you can see volume. To get into this list, you need to have a volume of at least 5 million shares. Okay, you can see 5,000K. Then you need to have the price of above $10. I'm not going to deal with stocks under $10. Sometimes people are telling me, yeah, it's a mistake. You're missing on plenty of great movers. That's true. I'm missing on plenty of great movers, but there are so many stocks that are moving erratically under $10, most of them without volume. We don't need a lot of trades. We need a couple of good trades. That's all we need as a day trader. We don't need 20 trades per day. We need 3, 4, or 5. That's 5 is plenty, because we need to manage those trades. And if you have 5, 6, 10 trades running, you're not going to be able to do anything with that. So. And of course, this is the most important parameter of all. The intraday range must be, well, it doesn't have to be, but above 10%. And what does it mean? Again, very simple. If the stock price is $100, it needs to move $10. If the stock price is $10, it needs to move $1. And why is it important? Because as a day trader, you make money of the intraday move between the highs and the lows. Now if the range between the highs and the lows is minimal or no range, how can you make money? You cannot make money. So you need the stock that have absolute range or increase in range and increase in volume, and obviously the price over 10 is just semantic, because I don't want to get a lot of stocks in this list. I want to get exactly the great movers. Of course, there are no guarantees here, and we'll see examples in a split second. So out of 6,000 stocks in the New York Stock Exchange and the Nasdaq, this screener picked up 24. Of course, 24, it's a lot. I cannot search for 24, definitely not manage 24. But this is an evolving list. So the only thing that sticks to the list is the 5 million shares, and of course the range. This is a process. None of those stocks start with 5 million shares. So the list fills gradually. Okay, so as long as the list fills gradually, you can pick up a stock, look at it, and then decide if you want to take the trade or not. And then there will be another stock, and then another stock, and then one will pull back, others will move higher. And again, if there are too many, you just increase the range to 11 or the volume to 6 million. Very simple. Or the price range to 15, for example. So you don't want 24 on the list. That's the result by the end of the trading day. Okay, so let's dive right into it. So BSLK bold projects. What happened here? This is the daily chart. Why I'm starting with the daily chart? Because it's important to understand what happened. How can a stock move up 500%? And again, you see this phenomenon where a stock has did a reverse split. And what a reverse split does is basically takes away liquidity. And now I'm looking at the information, and I cannot show it here in the video. And the stock has a free float of 1.4 million shares. Only 1.4 million shares are traded, available for trading. And yesterday the volume was 264 million shares, which means when there is huge demand for shares, the price will fluctuate uncontrollably. Okay, so that's why the stock moved up so much, not because of I don't know, real demand. And it also shows a 21% gap down. So again, maybe there are trading opportunities. We'll see in a minute on the intraday chart. But this stock is not, let's put it this way, not a cup of tea of a day traders. It's more like a very speculative type of a play. And if I'm looking at the stocks over 10, and you can see once it breached the 10 entry here, it was halted. It moved to 17, down to 12. So it's very tough to manage it. No way you can manage it with a stop loss in the platform. So it's a tough trade. I won't recommend it. Looking back, this entry at 8 was perfect. So one perfect entry. If you look at this 8 entry, and you can see there was a pickup in volume, amazing entry technically. So if there was one trade that deserved money, obviously there was a trade at 5, but the trade at 8 was perfect. So it led from a move from 8 to 14. That's nearly 80% move intraday. That's crazy. Okay, number 2, bullish. That's the name of the IPO that started trading yesterday on the New York Stock Exchange. I didn't understand exactly what this company is doing, but it is in the Bitcoin business. Is it managing stable coins or just an overall platform? You can see it on the profile here. Engages in management of digital asset platform, market infrastructure, and information services. It looks like a broker, a Bitcoin broker, maybe in also doing this very successful field that CRCL is doing, which is managing stable coins. Anyway, the price action was insane. I mean, the stock was available as an IPO at 37, and then it started trading at 85 or whatever, almost at 90. So now I mean, it's, if you're following, let's say you're not entering the trade blindly, the IPO is at 37, and then you start trading it at 90, already up 200%. I don't know. Anyway, obviously those who entered the trade at 90 got really burned, because they had maybe a minute in the money to think about profits, and then the stock really got hammered. So there is a limit. I don't know how this event occurs, where the IPO is at 37, it opens for trading at 3 times as much. Something's not fair here, I think, but I'm not the one to judge, or because again, if you're looking long term, plenty of things can happen. It can retest the IPO price at 37. You bought it at 90. Will you still be in the position? Maybe an institutional investor will be in a position. A private trader will be, cannot hemorrhage so much money. Maybe he can. I myself don't think that it was. If you know that the IPO is at 37, you enter at a 90 or 100. That's insane. Okay, so we'll see what happens with this one, BLSH. Bullish. The name of the company is Bullish. Wow. Okay. So let's now move to the real trades, and let's take a look at Webtoon. Now, what happened in this case? Actually, a real fundamental move, and you can see the price action here. A huge gap up at the open. It closed at 9, open at 12. That's already 25 to 30%. And if you follow the stock, an amazing move in the morning session, then a reversal, and then there was the opportunity to buy here at the VWAP. You can see the perfect support level here at 16.25. Now, again, does it look extended? Yes, it does. Is it spready? Yes, it is a bit. I would continue watching this WBTN Webtoon Entertainment. The daily chart obviously is going to be super interesting after this huge gap up. This is on good earnings, and then this entertainment platform is collaborating with Disney, so plenty of great news. Let's see, total shares 130 millions. Wow, free float only 17 millions. Another issue with there are a lot of shares, but the free float is kind of limited. Okay, but the volume wasn't there. I think this one is at least worth watching for today. Okay, the Paramount Sky, that's another super successful move yesterday on news. Let's take a look at the intraday price action, because I already charted it for you. You can see huge move in the morning, so then it gets into the screener. On this move, the stock is already in the screener. Now, if you follow it, you need to find an entry point. You can use the VWAP as the stop loss at 13.10, and then you can enter above at 13.15, 13.20, 13.30. I just pointed that at 13.30, but basically, if you observe the support level as the VWAP, you can enter anywhere above 13.10 and risk very little, and the result is amazing. So the stock moves $4. Percentage-wise is I don't know, 30% intraday or whatever. Overall, it goes up 36%. Maybe it's less, 25% intraday, but the result is amazing. Volume was great. Volume was 133 million shares. Unbelievable. Probably the best trade yesterday. Probably. I mean, there was the trade in BSLK, but this one is a real trade, not based on a reverse split that takes away liquidity. This one has plenty of liquidity, very technical. You could enter that at 14, and you have plenty of time to take profits on the way up, lock profits. Obviously, if you're waiting for 20, you're not gonna get a lot. But again, can you enter the trade at 13? Let's say 13.50 and not take profits until 17.50? Maybe you can. I cannot. So it's sometimes it's very tough to manage, but you're managing a winner, not a loser. So that's a perfect trade. And again, you can see the reasonable entry points, reasonable risk. Keep in mind, any stock that's up above 10% or 20% or 30%, it's not going to act normally. Something very aggressive is happening. I don't know if this is a short squeeze. I don't know if this is all because of the announcement. The announcement was Paramount Skylines source on UFC White House fight plans, and there was also a Guggenheim upgrade to buy. So plenty of great news. Maybe there was a short squeeze here as well. I don't know. The result is, if you take part of this trade, you don't need another trade, period. So you buy here a $20,000 position, and you gain on it intraday 40%, that's 5 grand. More than 5 grand, I think. But again, I'm not going to dwell into financials. You can buy a $5,000 position, you can buy a 100 share position, you can buy a $50,000 position, or a 1,500 share position. I mean, this is very, very personal. Here another stock, CRNC. I never heard about this stock, and the only thing that's interesting here is that you have a clear path to the trade because of this huge gap up. So this stock is immediately inside your screener. Okay, huge gap up, and then the move up, it gets into the screen. If it's not the daily power list, so it's in a gainers, losers, or winners screen. And then where is the entry? Not very easy. Okay, so this one is very volatile and scrappy a bit. I'm just suggesting, as always, use round numbers: 12, 12.50, 12.25, 13. You know, round numbers and reasonable stop losses. If the stop loss is 1%, that's perfect. In this case, it's nearly 1% here, but the real stop loss is not 1%. So again, can you trade it with almost a 3% stop loss? Up to you. Okay, it's clear that the potential is at least from 12.50 to the highs of the day, which was 13. So the potential is at that point 30 cents. It manages $1. So if you stay in this trade, you risk 35 cents and get $1. That's 3 to 1. Can you risk 35 cents on a $12 stock? If you can, this is a trade. Obviously, I mean, the move here was very, very clean once it cleared the 12.50 resistance. So that's that. Another stock that was perfect for day trade was CC, Shemur. I don't remember what this company is dealing with, but the intraday price action, again, amazing. Huge gap up, continuation, a reversal to the view up. Remember these setups. Reversal to the view up is perfect, and in this case, the result is also amazing. Hold on a second, let me point it out. The risk here is 10 cents on this trade. That leads the stock to almost $1 up. So that's a 10 to 1, and it closes, which is the amazing phenomenon that we always want at, well, not at the highs of the day, but near the highs of the day. So if you have patience, you take whatever position here, it's a big winner. Anyway, if you take 100 shares, it's a big winner. If you take 5,000 shares, it's a big winner. If you take $10,000, it's a big winner. And if you take $50,000, it's still a big winner. So a great setup, a great pattern. Everything clicks here. Very little risk. That's the most important thing. I mean, it gives you the opportunity, if you're watching it, to trade it with very, very little risk. So this is another stock that delivered great news. Now the list is plenty. There's plenty of additional stock in the list. I'm going to stop here with long trades and show you some short trades. One that I'm sorry that we're going to use it only for, you know, learning purposes, because let's face it, there are no shorts in CRWV. Now we discussed on the channel CRWV so many times. It's an amazing trade, but it's not shortable. I mean, it's not shortable on moomoo. It's not shortable on one other platform that I follow, being that I'm not a US citizen. And what I want to show you is how to trade. Let's say it was shortable. How can you trade it? Okay, with very little risk. Keep in mind it's a $130 stock. Very volatile, can move many dollars intraday, and it just does move from 113 to 117, sorry, 130 plus to 117. That's nearly $15 that the stock moved intraday from the highs to the lows. So that's a lot. Okay, so can you make money on a stock that's moving $15 intraday? And the answer is, of course, you can do whatever you want. You can also lose money, but you can do it anyway on any trade. So where are the great entry points with very little risk? Obviously, the trivial entry point will be the breakdown at the lows, but the risk in the morning session on this hyper volatile stock, I mean, look at this pattern here. It's very risky. You have a clear entry point, which is the break of the lows, but you don't have a good stop loss. I won't suggest that. Then it has a clear downtrend, and then over lunch things start to clear out. So you have a reversal lower, that one fails, and then you have a second reversal lower late in the day. That one takes the stock from 121.5 to 117.70. So that's $4, risking a little bit more than one. Again, it happens late in the day, but it could have happened over lunch. And again, all you need to observe is this low risk, or relatively low risk, less than 1%, let's call it, consolidation patterns. And if you observe them, and let's say you lose one, okay, so you lose 1% on the trade. 1%, it doesn't matter if the stock is $500 or $5, 1% is 1%. And if you gain, you lose 1% the first trade and gain 4% on the second trade, you are still a super winner in this case. And there will be losses on trades where you risk very little, because of course you're going after the most volatile stocks. And when you go after the most volatile stocks, good things can happen, but also bad things can happen, and you need to protect yourself against getting hit with brutal losses that can happen if you're not managing your risk right. Okay, guys, I wanted to show you another stock, but I'm really going way above my 15 to 20 minutes per video. I don't want to abuse your viewing time. Just watch CART. If you have the time on your moomoo platform or any other platform that you're using. One additional word about the way this platform is built. It's really I don't want to say a magic platform, but the best that I've seen in terms of, and I'm not trading it, I'm using it for research and news and searching. Again, it's an amazing combination of data, very good charts. You can see the way it shows here in the room, and the charts, the drawing on the charts, unlimited a number of features, and obviously you want to know the shareholder. So you want to know the shareholders, for example, of CRWV. You just press shareholders, and you see institutional holders. Who's in charge here? Is it NVIDIA Corporation, which is great? Is it a proprietary investor, or the founder Michael Ian Trator, or is it I don't know, Blackstone or Vanguard? Again, this is not very helpful for day traders, but it's very helpful to know that if you are an investor, obviously, or a swing trader, or anyway, a long-term buyer of this company, you want to know who are you trading or investing alongside with, and of course the profile of the company if you're interested. And again, for day trading purposes, not that important, but for your confidence level, you want to know, of course, what is this company doing? Just not to be in the dark. It takes you, again, takes you away from Yahoo Finance, which takes time, and here with the press of a button, the information is in front of you. So again, if I want to summarize, it's a great info platform. I'm not going to say anything about execution. I'm assuming it's good. It's very good. And again, the way I teach day trading, you don't need perfect execution or magic execution. And again, being that I'm trading, I don't know, 20,000 kilometers outside of the US, I never encounter any problems with fast execution when trading a stock that trades 5 million shares per day. So that's not an issue. Anyway, if anybody has a question regarding this platform, please post them or email us. Okay guys, thanks a lot for being here with us this morning. I know that I went way over my time allotment for this video. Sorry about that. See you in our next video. So you want to know the shareholders, for example, of CRWV, you just press shareholders and you see institutional holders. Who's in charge here? Is it NVIDIA Corporation, which is great, which is it a proprietary investor or the founder Michael Ian Trator, or is it I don't know, Blackstone or Vanguard? Again, this is not very helpful for day traders, but it's very helpful to know that if you are an investor, obviously, or a swing trader, or anyway, a long-term buyer of this company, you want to know who are you trading or investing alongside with, and of course the profile of the company if you're interested. And again, for day trading purposes, not that important, but for your confidence level, you want to know, of course, what is this company doing? Just not to be in the dark. It takes you, again, takes you away from Yahoo Finance, which takes time, and here with the press of a button, the information is in front of you. So again, if I want to summarize, it's a great info platform. I'm not going to say anything about execution. I'm assuming it's good. It's very good. And again, the way I teach day trading, you don't need perfect execution or magic execution. And again, being that I'm trading I don't know, 20,000 kilometers outside of the US, I never encounter any problems with fast execution when trading a stock that trades 5 million shares per day. So that's not an issue. Anyway, if anybody has a question regarding this platform, please post them or email us. Okay guys, thanks a lot for being here with us this morning. I know that I went way over my time allotment for this video. Sorry about that. See you in our next video.